Abeja Fort Nase from the camp of the NPP. Mia Minia Ernest Adade. Ernest Atnase. Samsung Ayeshe. Lawyer Chumberima of the NDC. And also so Ebeba Beka Yahoo. Na anapeya mensaka krata every Electoral Commission. Yekwe ni making kan krata no. Yekwe ni making kan krata no. Ayemfesi ana fe mema Ernest Akwaba obra ye hwe lawyer Chumberima enemy. Ernesto.
Yeah.
Bibi aboko
Adom
Nsem
aboko kaka wende once anyame dia bedu dia ne
ya proceed to other issues. I'll say summary of 2024 certified voters register. Summary of 2024 certified voters register, and it's dated 11th November 2024. There's a table here. Table no has one total number of votes, a total number of voters on biometric register, and that amounts to 18,640,811. Total number of special voter 1,870. Total number of valid voters 18,774,159. Total number of voters on exceptions list 33,352. Total number of voters on multiples list 26,569. Total number of voters on proxy list 2,579. Total number of absent voters 441,173. Note, number one, voters on biometric register refer to voters who will be biometrically verified on election day. 2. Special voters refer to voters who have special duties on election day and for that reason are allowed by law to vote earlier than the election day. They include security agencies, media personnel, and EC officials. Biometric data got corrupted for one reason or other. They will be manually verified on election day. 4. The total number of valid voters from the 2024 general election is 18,774,159. A equals 18,640,811 voters with biometric data. B, 131,478 special voters. C, 1,870 voters without biometric data, and that is A plus B plus C, amounts to 18,774,159 valid voters. The total number of absent voters should equal the sum of special voters plus transferred voters. However, a number of polling stations are administratively closed, either because they did not meet the minimum voter threshold required for operation, or because local communities requested the commission to close the polling station for legitimate reasons. Voters from these closed stations were transferred to other polling stations. It ends here. Since no register was generated for these closed polling stations, no absent voters list was created for them, resulting in 884 voters excluded from the absent voters list. Their records, including details of their movement, are securely maintained within the voter management system, ensuring full accountability. Total absent voters equals special voters plus transferred voters, which is equal to minor. Okay, which is equal to 884 voters. No. Thank you. And it's signed by Samuel Tete, Deputy Chairman Operations. It's a kata if he about to do my kuno honum ebaye. No. Okay. And so.
Yeah.
Ma mensa yehwe yensha siem free and Supreme Court. Ote se me correspondent and twetwe enkomo. We've just been joined by lawyer Chumberima of the NDC. And Supreme Court make ni ruling. And no at the process yehwe. And then on the same issue, and His Excellency the former president Asia Asofo Ewokumasi nyina ena obi ebisa no saa ne ekoso amrasebe fie se ono ne mampani a enka kwan be na obefa so asolve. In fact ono dia tudwa se wono no ote akonya so a enka out of court. In fact anya dia asemu enka be dia kwani aba wo court enka out of court na ebetimi ahwe na fe wasisi sa asemi nyina eno nso so ewo hɔ a yede ebe boxe. I will never take the minority leader seat afenyo marking and so and what can he say ye yebeka we nyina abom because nyina has to do with the vacant seat, and then we will come back and look at Mpensenpensenmu issues and nekeka ho nyina mamema lawyer Chumberima kwaba na fe mention same free and so lawyer
CJ
ekoye
eradi gusuhwe
yede nyamiase
bia boko so so ho ye
nyamiadom
Mpensenpensenmu say ah sabre kam tia ga bi na so de but town now say on the morning should hand the animals that starting chapter 9 until a ball me say me normal time on me so we dey my fa
grand so na
kakara me so na kamo ya chi ti fe this is na traffic at me but yeah na me asia tia me do I'm jealous na one so ntia kase nso komo
yeah me da say Lord Chumberima and so yes komo no ase
yo me da say pa we dey ma chia na ma chia wa tie fo nyina me nua twun so me hu na achepa lawyer me ta tinen kan so yeshia yache nti mema na akwa abasoro nkonkura sa honorable Bagbin Supreme Court Parliament obia si oyoga na meka say owura Bagbin me maka say assemwe ya broso ya ka ana meboa na hwan na kofa ahwede ba afia once na de akire ba enya speaker speaker no be declare say Nkrofo almost seat vacant only 2 minutes or be sir na say speaker to me be can say Nkrofo be seat vacant after you see it does not rest in my mouth to tell who is majority and who is minority, and I just no can one statement na eba ne say na after you when who say it doesn't rest in his mouth so no be chere say obi a majority and a minority enyo no an okofa asembai sa asem o mu bisa anu no eno gina asem me say emransem bia no common sense nyansa afie nyansa ta akire because emrani ye manipa ana meboa de bia me bisa say ya hyehyɛ mra no say 97 GNH ya obia kan ho asem e wo constitution nim no say so obi cross carpet cause carpet no say we leave say we join e na ye ka say asem ni nyina ani o tie aye ntwe ne tan lawyer mfa ne book no ntu nchen yes yisifo ye ko 2025 election 2025 election aye ko yi no esese yisifo hye omu process na sentem said ya be ya ebedru say parliament we ending term no na parliament foforo na ye ready ana meboa Inti say nana yisi aye na adwene say me hye me 2025 process no asentem emra 2024 parliament no da so te ho the 8th parliament no e da so tena se but say met to me a meeting me deadline for the 9th parliament inti no me hye adwuma na ase Nkrofo bi wo parliament omo say wo mo aye ni omo ba 8th parliament no say ye ko 9th parliament no media me ni me wo mo ameni omo ba aye no me ni omo mabio me wo 8th parliament intiasia na that's the common sense na America no ye wo 8th parliament SSA yisifo ɛkɔ wɔ mo anim na ɔmo yɛ nhyehyɛ sɛdeɛ ɛbɛyɛ a 8th parliament ne bɛ ɛnde no mesi so biom 8th parliament ne bɛ ɛnde no na 9th parliament na yɛ ready nti adwuma a ɔmo yɛ ne sesia no ɛnyɛ 8th parliament adwuma na ɔmo yɛ deɛ ɔmo yɛ no mfa 8th parliament ho na ɛsan sɛ ɔmo pɛ sɛ ɔmo wie ntamu nti no yɛnhyɛ aseɛ berɛ a weinom da so te hɔ na wɔn mo bɛwie no na 9th parliament na yɛ ready nti obi a ɔwɔ 8th parliament na say yisifoɔ yi saa 9th parliament na mo yɛ ho adwuma for future no saa 9th parliament no me ba me ne MPP ma biom me ne NDC ma biom me ma kwantin kro biom me a me yɛ kwantin kro me ne MPP fo bɛba me a me wɔ MPP me ne NDC me ne your friends aí me ne me kɔ kwantin kro na me a me yɛ NDC so me kɔ kwantin kro sɛ yɛ nyinaa sɛ bio yɛbɛhwɛ mmara no sɛdeɛ seteɛ na yɛahwɛ mmara no honhom the spirit of the law na yɛahu sɛ saa mmara wei no yɛnhyehyɛ ne sɛ obi a ɔwɔ adwenkyerɛ bi ɛna ɔmo yɛ mmara no nso no ɛm sɛ obiara mfa no sɛ ebi a next deɛ yɛbɛkɔ no next year no obi bɛka sɛ wɔnte aseɛ da bi nti no mmara no da hɔ. Yes, the Amrane can say we're free mu. Into technically, so see me call quantum crow next year. Nature say,
I'm surprised you are reading futuristic meaning into way because said in BA Article 97.
No, I'm not talking about the law. I'm talking about the EC's processes. They look alike. They are not the same.
Oh, really?
EC Fonsi say or they prepare for 9th Parliament. No, I shall say Emra 8th Parliament. Netiho. Process no ho asem na meka
nti
famra no to nchen
enye article 97
enye article no na me challenge article no de o kan ye waka o si se we leave but nipa nin leave 8th parliament no o si yisifo ahase prepare for 9th parliament prepare na yisifo prepare for 9th parliament no me the 9th parliament no meba kwantin kro he's not talking about the 8th parliament o si 8th parliament no on kan kire we say we jai MPP 8th parliament no. The process is overlapping. Me enunti na me can say me ni owura bag being speaker enya adwene say or no say. Say who say 9th parliament no wo beba kwantin krodia any 8th parliament no me yiwadi. It doesn't make sense to me. Na nti na me can say yamfa afie nyansa kakra de efre no common sense no. Embata mra no ho. Ni ehu de mra no pese kire. Because Mrane say, mean to me, Kodada and Peswasophobi, and Fan say, me free voter region. Me free voter region. Meaning, say, voter region, dear. Yen to aba Emma MPP ni easy, sir. Inti me kwakotna ho. Ya to abama me say NDC ni. Me bedroom parliament. I'm talking about the 8th parliament. Inti me bedroom parliament. Me say, hey, masa, me NDC ni biya. Inti me call me MPP. And no one sem near cantina me say, Yemfa if ye nyan sambata, dear cosu sesia no, na yem kill him rano. But say bag being our confidence, no did your ye any dear. I didn't know by a press conference or catch and say on your no better, the better majority in the better minority. Our confidence, or did your can ye any dear. Now then, I say on be and Supreme Court phrase say on be opinion case. It's immediate. The American say ye train Supreme Court ene because adia no answer na ye beka say ye copy interpretation no na ye ntiase enti me nua twum wa ha ye mranim ni oba be defend position say the ye can ye be affect 8th parliament way me so meet me be bi say the ye can no the easy processes no na ama 9th parliament ni BB aba befra 8th parliament ni BB a process no just for them to be able to meet the timelines say ano yemienu yenti ye ho ase say BB or constitution no a yemienu yenti ye ho ase wo ho a yemfa aba mo yetrim yanko ntokwa
Ernesto Supreme Court akasa mayenko Supreme Court na mintie
PJ me no kasa de ade Supreme Court akasa ejaba no waba bedu ene de Supreme Court essay and some of your na afenya marking at the bed down court no agiatumu na nensema wo kan nyina no ade a court no agiatumu na wo hwa na judges are one active asam no so no eyenson nipa mienu justices Lovely Johnson and justice tanko and I want to say what the broadcaster more decent here say one ebi ema speaker na na so one butia the plaintiff and I say onipa odin sama na ba ye no na me no ka say de ade Supreme Court akata na waka say decision of 5-2 will be at the ama yewa asanyo marking.
Okay. Ahina Ponsama me now say that's a putupru breaking news. Yensa aka at the Free Supreme Court. No. Now just a decision 5-2 in favor of the plaintiff. That's the judgment from the Supreme Court.
Na intina me ka asem no. Me yi asem no free sem rafinchen ediba efie nyansa nso kakra mfa mbata ho. The Supreme Court kan ye de edi kan say munuanom mo de mon kotnase na mumma asumdwe mra muntanase say de montie no ekopim say ye beti asem na wie no owura bagme amfa anya adwuma ono ye bisa no o se onka ono nye ono no be kire obi ba bia ontena enti wanfa anya adwuma okotna parliament nso a na minority no kokotna minority for tina bia wanka nkyere wom say me na me speaker wa ha na Supreme Court kasa Supreme Court say ye ma no entena say nkopim say omu behwe asem na aka na mu de mu free ha enkotna ba bia mote da no nkopim say Supreme Court be kasa wanka hwe de okan ya ne say ono wanhu majority for no wo ho de etoso miensa ema asem wei ehu hia ne say okan say ono de per the separation of powers no ono speaker Supreme Court wa court laws emra say ono speaker no Supreme Court no ntumi nkyere no de onye wo ne chamber as if say Ghana ha no parliament no mrabia ntia wo mo ana say Supreme Court no ni omusutumi ba ye nyina ya agi atum say we want the rule of law, we are not in the jungle say ye nyina ya te ho me wie wa ha say ye nyina ye wo ho na me ne me nua twum ye te ho na dakro na wantwi ba ye ntem na ye say ye nte ye ho ase a da bia me bisa say nti ba ko de ofilisa ne ho ode ne mfa ba mo ne nua trimu ana ye de be court ondumi nka say me na me ye twum me na me si dan na wo kwa me kra me yi ba ko ma o na ba ko na me yi ma o no me gitum say dan no me na me si enti me si tu atu me so me say me ntu na wo de dan na ma na ye nte ye ho ase a yes obi anim say wo no si dan no nanso say ye ma court kasa ye nim say dan no na wo di usika si ye say ye si ye nte ye ho ase a ye di court me de meka twa to no aguna nim ase because wo famra shebedwa em say nipa ba ko pena o free ase be pem na o da so ti ho ana me boa e bi ase nkrofo ka ne ho a be em say ono de o sha ase kr bepim ne wa nanti mo wa ye minority leader wa be majority leader wa be yes say wo na wo ye mra shebedwa no ne chia me hene wana wo na oti akonwanum na nsem we num ba na wankasa wontumi mfa wo experience ene sabi onyansa anyankopon de adom wa edi wa ba bedru sa bri ba bia oti a place of envy na wontumi mfa nsolve na gisa obi chinchim nsa obi force wa ma wo ye de se fata sabi o emze na wanfa ono wa mwa ne ho wamwa ne ho because people expected him to do better. He has a better understanding of Ghanaian parliamentary practices. He has an understanding that majority of the people in parliament today don't have. I don't think I say wutina wa Emma Supreme Court and force wa into ways so on fine juma and your uncle anymore.
But that's it. Ernest Adade is representing the New Patriotic Party. Adom 106.3 FM. Now, National Lottery Authority say Yenfanto private lotto operators nyina anim any will be bia or person operate ana oton lotto ana lottery product say within the legal framework of the National Lotto Act 2006 Act 722 say one more ebie kwan de ato ha ye register for the year 2025. Enti private lotto operators ne nyumeku ahodo ankrankre ya mo ani je ho se mo pese mo ton lotto ana lottery product bia no mo encofa application forms na mo register to operate and to sell lotto or lottery product if ada 1st November ya de echo if ada 1st November na o mo bie sa kwanya e de to ho enele offices a e wo Ghana ha ba bia utimi ekofa form ni bi e wo ho Friday 29th November 2024. And the deadline in so from the 1st to the 29th of November 2024. Shannon so say we a private lotto operator deda. Shannon so say obefa sa kwanya yi so na o license ho adwumadie nyina wa ko tutu ni nyina na niema nyina atoto yi de amawo. Shannon so say ubetua an annual fee of 550,000 Ghana cedis. 550,000 Ghana cedis. Now, Butchana Febusumi Bianso, went to 50,000 Ghana cedis. Now, Washanenso. Information way if the National Lottery Authority ho and or say Yemfa Emre. You will be required to pay a non-refundable application fee of 1,000 Ghana cedis. Shanenso. Payable by bankers draft only and available at all NLA regional district offices and the NLA head office, Fortune House, Accra. Na washenen so sa. Wama si yemfanto wamanfo nyina anim se enwumako mienu ya makambo mu 7% operate as one operator. Wama se enyade a wambeje atum. No two companies can merge as one operator. Companies operating a sole proprietorship can register to operate. And so every company will be subjected to thorough checks before approval to operate. Wamusi when chi say when timi ankoto to licenses ho hyehyɛ na wɔn fiaseɛ sɛ wɔn yɛ nhwehwɛmu biemu a wɔn ɛbɛkyewa waso ɛbɛyɛ hye papa enti hyɛ ne so saa na afama me la
CJ
Mamemra way. I'm say member who ya na what the ruling from the Supreme Court.
Okay, so
yeah, no ensure for na fi we are yako issues no ankazangasem. Lawyer.
Intia no. There is nothing like Afrena Mark said in Kunim. He went for interpretation. I cannot even speak to the issue now, even though they said the ruling is 5-2. So I want to know what the 5 says J is and H is. What interpretation did they give?
Okay.
What meaning did they give? Well, that is the rationale behind this whole process.
Yes.
Now J no. Wadalo makanji na mama kakari. 97-1G and 97H. 1H.
Time of his election to Parliament.
Okay.
To join another party or 6 to
Jane,
yeah.
A 2-in-1. Jane now okay.
Yes.
A 2-in-1. If he leaves and the first party okay is not applicable. Assembly ACCCA first party our kind is not applicable. If he leaves his party.
If he leaves the party of which he was a member at the time of his election to Parliament to join another party.
This is MPs none of them.
And our free party
another party. And it's Jane, that part of Jane, first part applicable.
Okay, so the second
part only applicable, which is all 6
to remain in Parliament as an independent member.
And as some regional for for Cynthia Morrison, Asante of Suhum, and then Kwachaka of Amenfi Central. This 3 no, one portion or no. Okay.
Yes.
And then H is where an independent person becomes what? Sorry, joins a political party.
Yeah. So that one is for Esiama. Yes.
And until now, in fact, this ruling, I've texted my office that they should look for it and just print a copy for me. Because I can be making notes on it whilst I'm reading. I want to know what meaning they are now giving to the gene. As Jen is saying. Does it mean, say, now your BM say, oh, when you have a woman go out by MBP by this year, time be out to be out to meet me at Opia. Sanyaka. And I can say, we will get the meaning. Idea ruling when they're bank the idea, yes, and then H so as Jen saying, so be back as an independent. Nasa also be do parliament. No, so many man for us, independent person, which means it's not doing the time be out to be. Then the question may be answered. The framers of the constitution. No more dream probably will mutrimu. I would didn't see or can say. Won't mean none was how. Yes, you don't form a constitution. Sunday be muka. They don't form man am train.
Nyansa ne say.
Nyansa no dey kwatiri say. Wan hwe ya adade bet me pochichum. Adna be kan ho. Na akọ some kind of deliberate shortfall to the other side na anka twum wo no. Entiensi side no kwan. But when it comes to respectfully to my leadership, the Chief Justice, I disagree with the position you make it the last time. Or say, what's it? No, Osha was initial ruling for the expert in one.
Yeah.
Or say, one must say it will create a kind of a vacuum. Some people will not be represented. Madam, no, woman say. No, woman say. Anytime 97 1A to H, it will be a like it will be a besino. There will be a vacancy.
No, but lawyer,
yes.
For Omu feel say these actions that these MPs are taking now is for a future parliament.
Yes. Second part, not today.
Okay, let me get it from you.
I want to say
let me get it from
Jane,
you.
the second part, not today.
Jane, second part, and say or seeks to remain in parliament as an independent member.
Inti the word the primary word the word then seek na say Mama found called ordinary Oxford dictionary meaning simple. I say attempt to find something. The similar word that also try to find, look for. Another definition is I say attempt or desire to obtain or achieve something. See a tia say John Dramani Mahama is seeking, he's attempting, he's desiring to become president now. Dr. Muhammad Bawumia is seeking to become president. So yes, the results of that he or she is seeking isn't immediate or ahead of him or her, but the actions starts now. The actions starts now.
But is the constitution dealing with the actions or the end?
And you take two things.
Yes.
You take the action, then you take the intention. Two things are involved. Two components in every act or in every crime. Two components, the act and the intention. I dream poor attention. Adia and a mom ben a wotu and any acts and I can was me. Adia and wotu. And then you know now and it's young. Any pronouncement that the Supreme Court has given. One thing that the Supreme Court should be careful with in the say, won't you be able to open floodgate? CJ. Because a name as asked me about to and the year born being communifa.
Presidents.
But one make it proper pronouncement to be now make it pronouncement to be open floodgate what's now. What's now, CJ? And then be before Fancy be a answer. What's about my duo? And then this back. What's doing not what somebody thinks of or is feeling today. That by virtue of somebody's pronouncement is going to diminish. Okay.
Say CJ. Sanka easy no and start your process in them. And ananka ye tna hwa na bia 7th December and sana almost start. Yen fan say yen two parliamentary no presidential no one.
Okay.
Na ye ko two presidential and late.
Yeah.
Said 1992.
Nanka said 1992 the year there be no na me ko to. Nanka process we be end. Asana ya parliamentary nasi. Nanka ubeka say omweja ya na. Sanka the process now overlap here. And nanka ye we ba. Asana ba ko aichi ubeka say weja.
Okay, so I say if you look at the constitution very well, the constitution didn't really factor into it the particular election. And to hear speaker was say womana montuo no intention bia added and no need statement of post. Ya nene. But about to say and no December ton. But at the time one but almost say
future. That's all.
Yeah, but the problem is say a fact argument is a futuristic. Then this clause in the constitution is irrelevant. And you say you the voting in your free.
No, cannot be NDC today and decide I want to be MPP today.
No, meba. The entire
why you say any example?
Meba. the entire make us can win and the whole thing if you understand. At the end of the year, is to prevent the CIA, you know. Sabi bisa ANC because what's na say same equal in MPP ticket or the alpha meaning.
Yeah.
No ko we near this law cannot be applicable to him again.
Yes.
It cannot be applicable to him again.
Yeah.
So that's it. Number 2, Sinja Morrison, what you call winning the independence that operate with Central and East, whichever one. Our operate what you call on to go winning not 2025 January 7th or be pure more honey as well in. The law is no longer applicable to her.
I said, mean jai,
so what does it?
Me say Ochina.
No, but I was I was in the crew when I said, as argument got a young man, then the question is a young go say a political party me and we. Dear na party na kafa sa same way so because e wodi ntia party na sponsor war etua ofi ni ma wo e wodi ntia because of person who say won no wapam bi say what you say na pam na party no won nti e ba na say party na hye ene ne mra so ye dan e kyekyereo sije ba ya party ya imi enu nyina ye wo mu no mo ye constitution esepa ene ma wo mu no difference wo mu kwa bia enu 10%. Say what you say majority of our things in our both parties constitutions almost the same. So what? And we all pick the dressing from the main constitution, which is 1992. But the woman say, what should I say? Oh, na say was one cast or jai party. No, Cynthia Morrison, Kwachiaka, or whoever person doesn't need to make an official pronouncement that we jai party. No, by virtue of the constitution of the New Patriotic Party, it is loud and clear that once you initiate that action, automatically it befalls on you that you are not one of the party again. Simple as that. It is some can say my free MBP mu equal independent because my free NDC mu equal independent. What bra minim say because when say me equal independent to hono part na boka asai bre adaje ni bibiara apɛ obi so magina ho part na nemu now so ma so that tia party decision ma so that tia party nipa na na gina ho no automatically menya party ni bi. That is what our constitution says.
I am trying to get the MPP constitution.
We have a president, and always president's boy. Now, the president. The 2020 was a president. Say, no 2020. I say yes, that's no command speaker. 2020, dear no. Yan see ye nipa nedi.
Meba.
And I informal parliament said nipa we free neko on kayen hubio. It doesn't rest with the
what does your constitution say?
Party constitution. School or school the same school. Ubobo me mobile. Nano me my example will be but ubobo me mobile. And I yakoye bibi. Schools no me who are there we a real example na me ma. The footballer na or no Oni others no koye boni no. The others were suspended. There was a match. An impending match. Necessary. Any anka suspended ye nyina. Yesi akwa we ya or no ni team no mu aye be school ni nti no. Dey. Or no their uncle ball nemra. The American say it is an organization. They can decide to waive whatever they have in their constitution. So if at this time, yes, Obiako, mini chuma newo, chuma ko, yes, ye yinedi, memako, almost we shall say the NS who here party here. Yeah, you understand there. Party never lose. We are quiet. It's our decision to waive it.
No, but I don't know how a party can decide to go against its own constitution.
No,
your constitution.
I don't have the process of
This is the MPP, the New Patriotic Party Constitution. Article 9. Article 9. Forfeiture of membership. It talks about forfeiture of membership. I say 1. A member of the party who stands as an independent candidate against the officially elected member of the party, or who joins or declares his or her support for a candidate in a general or by-election, automatically forfeits his or her membership of the party.
say,
we have decided to waive it.
but the National Council can waive. But as we sit here and we are speaking,
nobody has waived.
no National Council. NS National Council. See a tia yaka say, entimintin to Sobian to Babiera. They have not said anything. Do you know why they are not saying anything? Because the last time that they at 2 Siamano, they had a huge number as majority. Unfortunately for them, this Parliament of 2021, Ghana for MP before majority in Parliament. That was the decision of Ghana. So Ghanaians decided that it's not about what that's all we hear. Every time they can hear of a political party, being it a sympathizer or even a supporter.
Saying the numbers now are required.
Maybe.
Now we require the numbers. So we
but that doesn't. But you have not waived it. You can decide to waive, but you have not waived it. That's the point, though. You can decide to waive. I agree with you. What I say? I know that your constitution says you can waive perfectly. I know, but the question: have you waived it? No, you haven't. The party National Council haven't, or they've not met on any day or in any day to make any pronouncement on whether or not they are waiving or they are upholding that constitution. So what you say? So what it means that where they are silent, then the constitution operates. And what does the constitution say? The constitution says that automatically they leave. They are not part of you again. And what America say, whether or not, and now to take it to Parliament. Parliamentary settings, CJ. So be a minority, so be a majority. It is not an operative of law. It's operative of numbers. And that law, like I say, when a political party wins government, sorry, majority minority are based on numbers in the house. It's the group with the highest number. And the majority. Simplicity. The group with the highest number. But see, I can say, so the see, call 2020 elections. Ghana for say, MPP are buying majority in Parliament. So they didn't give MPP majority in Parliament. That is why we all had 137. 80 parties in the majority when we went for elections in the last 2020. The last election 2020. Yama will be a majority. Name of the CNE. If we are independent, what should be our better? And then the can. And then independent, you can even be from other smaller parties. So I can give you an example of Samia. Samia. We've had one PNC man who was President Mosquaya, Minister of State for Public Sector Reforms. I've forgotten his name. Enough for baby. Yeah. Woman in Abasenoko. But technically, because a woman minority in minority, a woman would say baby or bedding, or better. San and Shana Woofy on it here. It is a shame what I say, many MPP better Ayajuma, and I'm near this better. Sign a choir in 2021 Parliament. Okay? So, and I'm the SARS in Tubaka, the speaker made us, or you should phrase be said, there's a majority group. Okay, see, was it a majority group? One kind of majority party. Because a group, because somebody who doesn't belong to that party has decided to do what? To sit with them. That makes them a group. So what I say? And none see, and suddenly I try one to today. But again, let me go back and ask.
MP now will be Azon Al Hassan.
Correct.
Yeah.
Honorable Azon Al Hassan.
Azon.
He was President Morsi, the Minister of State.
Yeah.
At the presidency, I know in charge of public sector.
He was then the MP for Bulsa South.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. It's woman you know have a senoko. So what I say, and not just clear cut independent, but other people who are not even clear cut independent, but even from a political party yet, they don't have the numbers to be able to form a caucus in Parliament, agrees or accepts to sit what a wing. So what I say, Sani Yahuno. Now, the question is, what happened in Parliament? Did the Speaker make a ruling, an interpretation, or an announcement? Per the orders and per his own words, I can't change what he said. Loud and clear was say, I am by the standing orders supposed to come make an announcement on when this thing happens. It's the end of the year. So what I say? And no matter yeah, and it's no Tiawamuno. What Afenyo Marcus went to court to seek for was not for the court to tell him that Parliament must sit. Number one, because the court cannot compel Parliament to go and sit. Afenyo Marcus also didn't go to court to go and ask the court also to to declare which house is majority or which house is minority. And then not the court too. Was see Article 97(1)G and H in
yes.
And per the same court, so I can win several rulings. Musa, I said, "But my clear now, some and as me no Jim watching ya, Yamajin."
Yes.
So even though maybe the imagine, can we get years of alcohol?
Brofoni actually.
Brofoni is a tremor, but I say, now so no, and so once I understand me not dress a brofona make German, you're not telling me a difference in it. What's some imagine Tremu? And Tremuin and Nay, one was something to Munabray. It's from Temuna, Mamma and Tradiomi. Saint Tremuya Bani. The same matter can go to the Supreme Court again. And somebody or another set of judges can give you a different ruling. So I was as a 5-2.
Yeah.
What when you're the same? 5-2 5 no.
Against
support
the plaintiff
to support the 2 no a decision.
Yeah.
So what does and then the 2 no so women in the future supporting what the 5 today said. Extremely feasible. So then that makes me come to the point that this is purely a political matter. And as President Mahama said, no, you could have addressed it out of court, but in the political stance. Because it's a political game. Am I right? Say you better majority, you better minority. ABS pay you. Means okay, every parliament you parliament ya woman sorry ye first entry ni mu a esiyema MPP sorry NDC kokoso ne kwatra majority said they are the majority. Okay. That was the time when Esla was quite akando and
yeah.
Buzamu say, Sadia ni see, no. Dear Nampany for to me and dear, I'm repeating him. Dear Nampany for me, they come back to the next parliament, they should change Afenyo, they should change another. These two people haven't helped them so far that their leadership in parliament is concerned. Because when that same thing happened, Chambers was then the leader. It's him said that I was saying. Officer in the scene, compared to Naya, Mukobia and Asa repeat, Mukobia and Asa repeating. Officer in the sea. Yenya Panibia and no denim. Na Majorza Panino or Tassa, someone Besapani couldn't have a fan in Benyansa Fumu. A man in Tiomutmika, some number Tremua, Anya court to some number 1, a BSU CBM number 2. Afenyo isn't showing leadership. Afenyo thinks it is all about showing shoulders. But let me tell you, when with this particular parliament at the Honsigi, we have compromise. Listen, Kodopon Kriman group, I must say, come back. But because they had a different leader who had good qualities than Afenyo today, no, that leader was able to work well to the extent to say, our goods in your vote, you'll be out. Okay.
Yeah.
Majority of NDC people voted for her.
Yes.
How did that happen? Compromise. Negotiations.
Lawyer, that will bring us to Mpensenpensenmu Mahama Enra. His prescription for near air costs here. If he were to be the president and near obey yesterday he gave his answer.
Yeah.
So an out of court settlement involving other major stakeholders.
Yeah.
Peace Council, Council of Elder from example.
Council of State.
Council of State, and other stakeholders. Nanka, the leadership of Parliament, Nanka, out of court. Ya solve me.
I know correct. CJ. Sabi, assembly nowhere to ja. Ya this kind of popu poni edi jaw. Ano. Ani ade kama bata ofi desu ka kapa. Me say judge bu yin. The one nim no kura ne ya wo judge na out here. Eti won mo na akotra anye. now go some asem no kura there.
It's true.
Exactly. The truth is you no kura no.
Asemo.
You no kura no. Judge ne ba na won no ni ho binti. O go pass no kura there. E dey hu.
Ahoso na adwuma no.
Ahoso na adwuma no. What does it? But the woman here, me starting my legal practice from the UK. You can't just take a matter to court, especially civil matter, without first resorting to ADR. The moment you try that, now at the case management level, court may say many understand you and try say by ADR be an alternative way to resolve the problem. And you started the original court when they throw us out and punish us.
Okay.
Or civil matters. Now, you come to court.
Do you think we should have such rules here?
It should be standard.
Yeah,
they would because and some baby you could not court him. See, Missy, yeah. I'm a chartered arbitrator.
In this case, wow. Oh, CJ.
And that's what the woman see.
What you bet me a come and
yeah.
As some now go to court and anyone no more. Mibisao, you go to ya at a venison and who pronounce that.
Yeah.
And I know you know the cancer. No, the kind of difference in the way no Yatramo. Yadiano can you know, and I try to cut as a magical. Finish. So we can still settle it. So what President Mama is just saying, you understand?
Panicrate. I send back one knocker. Say be I am Corano. Say be argument and you are no more. We have to be way now. Rebecca said, calm down. There's always a way out.
There's always a way out.
There is always a way out. There's always a way out.
Send Mama a comparative example. I say the same thing you see at the early stage of 2021. Chairman Sabush was then the leader.
Yeah.
Makwatra and majority side, Matra minority side, maybe see it. But I see only once and repeat it. And as someone to call I, officer didn't see him. Do they go to the chairman supposed to go to court? No. Did any of the other leadership go to court? No. But how did they manage to handle the problem? A child was said, I dream, I drink, I see a big baby. So what I say, and if it was able to be, to be done yesterday, why can't it be done today?
All right, lawyer, me that's but I'm quite next for now.
Baby, Orlando and na Beshas.
Okay,
baby, the see Parliament Beshas here. Sabre na yɛmfa sɛ obi pɛ adwuma mu kwan ɛna afei na yɛba. So there were compromises. It was easy for them to compromise. Okay, moma yɛngyae speaker no na obi mfa deputy speaker no yɛmfield obi for second deputy. There were compromises.
No, but why can't we have such compromises
because
now?
That's where I am now. We have a speaker. Speaker no, he is the longest ever serving Makandada. Or you be a onim parliament in Semunina. And unfortunately, and very unfortunately, speaker no for the first time oni abayafa. Enti unfortunate situation ne say parliament na bury ye caught into an election, electoral economics and mathematics. I say Ghana for kobo match no and away koshe we ya bisane say ebane say na 1 month to election. Let's say 1 month ni nakakra busumi eni nakakra ye pese ye chere say we ye majority wa parliament and I nye we no ye majority wa parliament. Sabri every parliamentarian who ni mumpo se wo ba biomo se wo ma biomo nti sa akonwa na wo kotena so na wo twe mienu na wo twe busumi no eno krampo enya every day na mo betena se nti enya 30 days mpo na wo betena so e ba ne say na wo ko ho ntokwa. He's ready to fight. NDC for no say ye bechere mu bibi. MPP for say ye mpentokwa ye ma mekuntokwa bia nti say sadia ye ma. E ba ne say na busumi we anka obi ansori nka say okay 1 month ya aka yikura na nye bibia ma me nko win me seat mra. The NDC believes they have confidence they are going to win 2024 election in the majority. Akonya wo betena so busumi ba akope. E na afi de unya kura obetwese kan ya fa ko timba abo obi trimu na akontokwa na compromising was easy. oh way far way na ye this speaker no man no na first vice na otiase yen field you bia into first vice ni second vice akodi
former president
former president asemo kind there na me ne nyadwo no ne penso niama bebre si here and the same method but even in this under this circumstance they decline council of state ako any speaker ako kasa. The leadership of parliament at na dey way so okay the first time na when no majority no buy no they went into conclave for hours no muti hot train ya buy no be pronouncement omu free omu kotna se di nkomo mi gidi say dia ma ye kan nei bebre beba up in that meeting omu nyina aka say o ebi amunya abotre mumma supreme court en kire mu ti say dia ye kan parliament way nobody is crossing carpet. You see next time there ya kikan nyina na omu kokan na dem ho. Omu ba ya na speaker say dem kan na maka. To the extent say let me tell you why I don't agree with the former president. To the extent say omu nyina court na Supreme Court was it last week. And last week no omu nyina sa line call Supreme Court ho. E court na say Supreme Court say munya abotre. Ti say the okan say o papa ta ka kire mu no. Every problem has
there's always a way out.
Inti munya abotre. Supreme Court the same thing. And a Supreme Court catch speaker. O catch no through ni lawyer wo ho. O si munya abotre. Asem ni ye betena so. Mo de munya ni ntem mom CJ no kra de na nka em so say anadechia ana meboa. Enya tade sorry no kan say ye manemre. Lawyer ni speaker lawyer.
Yeah.
Enti the American say and someone here can say ono owura mahama can say anka ono anka obeye no even Supreme Court judges at Nasi aka the same thing akere bagbin say nya abotre osi mintie mu 90 mu tina obi awo ne baby oti enti say ebi aminu achum dwene say ose chairman sabonsu na anka Supreme Court aka akere bagbin osi mintie na ose chairman sabonsu no kan obeti enti no he has the right to his opinion. But Usha Nsem na ye di egu akwan mu na obi aye na adwene say media de me pese me ye na and I mean nobody I won't be surprised say koba say speaker ye nim ni nchiri or making a statement no or bo modern so obesiesi sa de ne but ye nim wachi aboasebo opepa ne ho say de ben o me ye dwan e ma ni nye yi ana meboa enti o yanim ni nchiri o bibia o mo akotena se afa ho adwene a ono de o waka said your person ye na no be because speaker ye mra nimni e be ye nwanwa se menu atwum o ye mra nimni ni me anya asem a mimi nye mra nimni na mra ne be kasa no ye mra hye bedwa pani se mrafo no wo mo mra no kura o munsem na kasa de nanso me mfa nye adwuma ne enfanye adwuma chena inte na me kasa first no me kasa we be by me kasa first no me kan say sese a de omo akai ye hwe so de be ye adwuma.
This is from a listener Nidin Kra Enka ho but say can the NDC or anyone go to court to compel the MPP to apply the automatically clause? If yes, why is that not being explored? Was a bra kind MPP for one more constitution you could do automatically no I say obetimi de akokot akodin tremu say
mami kan obi abetimi di bibia akokot but the American say MPP for this is not the first time ya waive constitutional provisions that were in constitution. Me say this is not the first time ye sa niama we nano em say mo station yi ba kuna owura ohinin to betina ya o kan set time ono ye general secretary na owura asempa no kan say owura baomia o ba no ono tena ho e kan say papa no niama nhihye ni kire say so ye Cadbury member for 2 years paid up ni den but papa no ho hia ye nti binti mama yenja mananka and they left it say yeah number no say just by
what has stopped you from
no just by us just by us ayete ho a yenkasa ye It's one hour can you. Saba couldn't hear your numbers. You bet me I guy. Yeah, we are. Now where the Akasa. Now Yango Kasa. Now we have way. Yabakian Kasa. It's going to be your way. Yeah, I just say Yankasa. And so you wanting to have your way. You won't get your way more. On country, say why MPP. MPP soon can say me you on wedding. Me say we have to. No. Chum. We am running. My minka way. Suggest you.
Yes.
Me MPP ni.
Yes.
Me to me wallet. Me say me to me MPP ID card achiro. MPP one she say ya different MPP ni.
Yes.
We are sympathizer of the party. We are to aba utuma. Maybe na bibi akonwa bi ato ana bibi na obepe bia. And how na your baby sounds say young baby sounds say to Obama why 2024 and your baby sounds say oh party card wo he who call the vetting na your baby sound niama constituency bed na wo and police station bed na wo e kwa ko bi into the ya can say
the simple question to you
Obianji Cynthia Morrison ni members
the question to you based on the provisions of your constitution article 9 as you can Cynthia Morrison says she's a member of the party the provisions of the constitution
the arrangements we have
and arrangements per the constitution
or no Kopamune. The question is answer. Offering who MPP ni. Let me tell you. Dana Dana Afenyo Kasa no. You free Supreme Court now Afenyo Kasa. Dana Omutranse no Tuesday no. Last week now Omutranse no. Did you see Cynthia Morrison?
Omi hono.
Okande.
Mantin ne kasa mu de but
omo man Afenyo man be gina ho o se ono oye MPP ni a o gina ho.
The politics minnu me ne atiase.
Oh, that any politics. Question I'm answering you. Your question was
the seeming silence of the MPP. Nana K, who is also an MPP communicator. CT. Let me educate lawyer. Ask lawyer too. Can he force me to go and make love to my wife? If not, then he should accept our silence.
You also be compared to do it.
What makes you think that? Of course, what to prove? And Nanake is not the one making the decision here. Party in Peninfono. And I think the Morrison about say lawyer question no. Or say you bet me a friend who member. But I bet you MPP for more MPP press conference. I can say your member. Okra okutane you.
I think that the political party MPP more can wave us say it me waving it me with you Ochina. Article 9
and edimi the same article now can and one the option they not hearing to me come to one
the same article
and which article
article by na party the mujina so
9
article 9
na 9 then what is the process on to me jira CJ obian to me jira baby ankoka say me nya MPP ni but who person who say my boni na me nya MPP ni a fakrata atwere bre me pa me de wo be court those options all exist. Oh, the constitution says
automatic. It comes into effect once the event happens.
Lawyer Chu, let me take a cue from Nana case this thing.
Yes.
It is a say I read them. Okay, they don't work like that. They say me ya bonia party ne betimi ayi madi. Oh, I say automatic. O can say automatic. Who dey tramu amen start it. Automatic means say can say me tiaso na me change.
We just go back. To drive.
No start. Who dey start car answer. Yes, start car.
Also co-independent.
And gives the neck the power to wave. That power to waive, we have decided to be silent about it. We haven't waived it and we haven't triggered it. Munjayen, speaker on your MPP ni, on your leading member of the MPP. Oh, no, Kokasa or more for 50 or Musit. On your MPP ni, one now Bekasa will be MPP ni and on your MPP. Are you
dealing with you with your own party constitution?
We said he shouldn't come and interpret our constitution for us.
I'm benefiting from cancer if you Abuanisunku. And I don't know if you did something different. A crown no was Susan or any. A Jano Swa and was different. And now took Anderson. What from?
Yeah, I know there. No, yeah. The party is clear.
What from?
Krata free.
Free NDC for.
The Kata one time. I'm seeing you in the constitution. I will protect more or less the same.
Me, Debbie. Lawyer, say I will be some question. One question, I'm say ano. Papa na mose onka mo hu bi. Edia na kire say onka mo hu bi.
And me say based on the wordings or the provisions of the constitution, we don't even need to be communicated to. Automatic based on your actions.
And say papa no okojina baby can so your MPP NDC near. What do you do?
Oh, I mean that would amount to what? Why we have to amount to?
It will amount
to impersonation. It's a mountain impersonation because
Moabe catch young Ghana for mini CJ. Moabe catch mini CJ say Papa we automatically pay our constitution.
You don't even need to communicate to the person.
No. Young Ghana for me NDC ni minimum NDC constitution.
But we are MPP ni MPP constitution.
Minimum NDC constitution.
And MPP dey now dey nyina so. Someone dey near
CJ. So the long and short they say Nyankopon hira ye nyame aye adom. Supreme Court no yesi omo akire omo adwen. Ye nyina ba ebedu china ebedu anwumre kura de na ye nyina ye hunu de say copies ni nye ready no china na be ready o bribia be ready bia no ye nyina ye be hunu the Supreme Court ne kan ye many lawyer ye te ha say honorable Bagbin ebedi so fine say won this one me I believe somebody should cite him for contempt. Me imagine no so trigger ni parliamentary. This confusion will go on. But he honorable Bagbin or the nanim guasie ebekwa humejiem. Mami nkanchero. Me si sobium or no honorable Bagbin say or no na wa cheche you be our parliament. Na wa bedi speaker. Na speaker no will reign every year. Na be a parliament the niama e wo ho ye ntumi anwie ye be ye swearing in kura or be ye ne den or be their free parliament no because wa agene indefinitely ye fa ne say Ura Mahama we knew Dr. Baumia we knew whoever wins so na say ba me ka che Ghana for say Dr. Baumia be wini na so we we are or no speaker or be ye den na nim go ase
and this Dr. Baumia I mean President Mahama Baumia whichever the Ebesibiano, that parliament is a new parliament. And yet the same one now was Jen signing that. That be on Fred that. The that done end the 6th of November, 6th of January 2025. Then not 7th, you swear in for front. And the front you swear me in and a man opportunity to come and swear to us.
Yeah.
I mean because of what I mean the president elect we get opportunity to come and swear to us. No, and was and away more. But see, I
think that and how many tomorrow.
Yeah.
For both political parties and for our constitution
and for the constitution and the country at large, yeah.
What can we learn? Because we can't continue like this. Ochinabi, Ebiana ankoye MPs for sebi Ebiana ankoye. I mean MPs do pa ya you said they want to cross. And with the current ruling and the development near Kofi, what are the lessons we can drive?
Okay, same time I can say me person me who so over here, anytime I can say, even though the ruling is 5-2. What the 5 have said, I want to read it. You reading we are criticized by. So what I say? Oh, you reading? Oh, the criticism can be positive and can be negative. Intend there, don't worry about that. Your positive criticism, say criticize why are they with the sorry, your positive comments and the negative criticism. Thank you. Sorry. All right, you know, we are. We will definitely give our position on it. But now I see the omni. Say Speaker of Parliament, Johnny, if you know, and I say sitting, sir. They are mediums to get the house back. Okay? The MPP used it last Tuesday. Speaker agreed and called the house and on by. The only thing that happened there was that they rather decided to go and have their private meeting instead of parliamentary sittings.
No, they decided not to.
Because no, maybe. I listened to Honorable Kennedy Japan. Kennedy Japan was very loud and clear. He said, we should have gone to inform the speaker that we were in a meeting. But the mistake on our part is young one man here. And yes, meeting. And nunti. So what sorry, why joining house no? He can't blame him that much. He said it. So what I say? And Kennedy Japan was in that meeting that the MPP was having. I wasn't there. Kennedy not to be. It's massively. Must say, when I'm afraid if you matter. Now the same Supreme Court here. I'm a parliamentary citizen. It's not just a sitting, but a buyer sitting. That you need 2 different quorums for 2 different activities. Also, we quorum for deliberations, like we are doing here, and you have quorum for decision making. So, about 1/3 of the house, you can only be doing deliberations. But when it comes to decision making, half, or say at least half, and nunti, so what for the house? Say matanasi. Now numbers. Now, boy, a member of the house. I don't know oil campaign into an over campaign. Unfortunately, we have some members of the house who are not well. Some Mpensenpensenmu was as I say, any idea. To be idea to Finyano. To also name I don't know. Sabit of Tobacco Tenef, you are in Panasol Nabatano. Then I'm by you. And it's a catcher will say, Idea we hear the saying yet in Tintinity mine. Nimo we hear and no, I would bet me Padia Dinkumakasama and no bread ato Amabia Boko or if you know. And no banner, sir. You can do any business that you want to do. You refuse to do
say
why? My last point here, Minia and Miss Ernest. Godfred Dame. Sure? Godfred, you are an attorney general, with all due respect to you, for Ghana, not New Patriotic Party. Tieniyepa. We are Attorney General and Minister of Justice for Ghana, the Republic of Ghana. Into 34 million, 35 million, for no. Your lawyer knew. It is a work with court now. Can someone 34 million? That's be a majority of the 34 million. And no, and come here. Don't go and represent your political party instead of representing the country. Okay.
But I say, NSC, sorry.
Now me can say, whatever the situation is, or can say, or bagbing. Me de me futu, me de ma penny, NSA, on June or no, nedachi. We are writing history. Obia beka dionim, nenso, me de Supreme Court kasa wakano. Ni say, Supreme Court beka say, ye inkrofo we di. Say, e passe ye nfa wo mumra. Company no montanasi na ne speakership no envy on a good note.
Right. But that's it. And it's Saturday of the MPP lawyer Chumberima of the NDC.